Hello there, fellow scientists. In 6 weeks, at age 27, I start my journey as a student. I was accepted by the University of Bristol to study at one of their foundation courses, which will then hopefully get me to a physics degree, which is what I really want to do. I wanted to create a channel which would record my journey throughout university and possibly beyond. Thank you, motorcycle. And to start it off with, I think it would be good to talk about my story so far, how I got to be accepted by the university starting this September, which I'm really excited about. The idea of coming back to education started to crystallize about 3 years ago. I was definitely sure I wanted to do physics. There wasn't really any other degree that I would be as interested in as physics. But I had two issues with getting into university. First of all, I never completed my higher education. I quit school before that. And secondly, I live in a different country now than I did where I was, 17, 18. I was born in Poland and I obviously went to school there until I quit. And now I live in UK, United Kingdom. So not only did I not have the papers to go to uni straight away, the papers that I did have were from a different country. Fortunately, there is an organization called NARIC. I don't think it operates in UK anymore. They have a different one, but if you Google NARIC UK, you'll still get to the same page. They do comparisons of different academic degrees, not just degrees, all the school papers. So like your GCSEs, A levels, they compare them between countries. Unfortunately for me, the papers that I did have from Poland were slightly below the GCSEs in England, which is the General Certificate of Secondary Education, I think is what it stands for. So according to UK, I was as educated as somebody that just finished primary school. Oh well, such is life. So what I did have to do before I even attempted to go to university or attempted to pursue the Access to Higher Education course, I had to do GCSEs, which is again General Certificate. I can't say it right, can I? General Certificate of Secondary Education. Fortunately for me, in UK, if you don't have a GCSE, English or Maths, you are eligible to take those two courses for free, which is what I did. The course is you can choose an evening or a morning class. It's once a week for both English and Maths, as in once a week for English, once a week for Maths. So I did them too in the evenings. Most of them were online. I think that is changing now since COVID is pretty much done with. I think they're moving on to in-person classes, but actually having online classes were good for me since I didn't have to travel as much. So I was able to do Maths and English GCSEs for free. There was another GCSE that I did need, which is Science GCSE, and I had to do that online, unfortunately, since none of the colleges around me were offering Science GCSE courses. So I did choose a course online which was of questionable quality, but I think it got me where I needed to be. All of the GCSEs that I was doing were more remembering than they were learning, since I did a lot of that at school. So I did those courses for a year. I just did my exams a month ago-ish. I finished my exams. It was 8 exams. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. It was 8 exams spread over 4 weeks. 2 exams a week, with a week break in between. So I did all of that, which actually ended up not mattering that much, since Bristol University has a foundation course in mathematics and engineering, which is what I applied for. And I went for an interview, which was quite amazing. I think I'm gonna make another video just about the interview. I enjoyed it so much. And they decided to accept me without even knowing my GCSE results. So I'm gonna get my results in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks' time, I'm gonna get my results for GCSEs, but they actually don't matter since I already got accepted to university, which is good stuff. Good stuff. There was one additional thing I did actually, even before doing the GCSEs, and that was a program called STEM Up. It's a program run by University of Bristol. It's a 6 or 7 weeks webinar run once a week, where you are exposed to different professors. They are basically doing a little taster lecture on their subject. I remember the one I remember the most is about algae that grow within glaciers. It was a phenomenal lecture. Obviously, it was small, online taster sort of thing, so nothing was super in depth. The scientists were trying to figure out how much faster do the glaciers melt due to the algae that live in them. And if you think about it, snow is white, right? Ice is white. And, well, it's translucent, but snow is white. And since it's white, it reflects a lot of light. Algae are darker than that. And since they are darker, they absorb more light. The more light they absorb, the more heat they end up having, right? So the more algae there is in the snow, the darker it is, the more light it absorbs, the faster it melts, which is quite fascinating. It was fascinating to hear about. So yeah, those taster sessions were really good, definitely really good. And they did two things for me. First of all, they made me realize that this is definitely the pathway I want to take. I definitely want to go into science and specifically to go into physics. And it gave me a pathway to do it, because that's where I first learned about the foundation year that Bristol Uni has. And it's not just Bristol Uni that has it. There is a lot of other universities that also have a foundation course, a foundation year before the degrees that they offer. It's mostly for people returning to education like myself. So if you find yourself in that situation, then and you do know what subjects you want to study, chances are the university you wanted to apply to also offers a foundation year. If not, pretty much every college in England and generally in UK offers an access to higher education course, which can take you to multiple different universities for multiple different degrees as well. So yeah, this is it. This is my story so far. This is how I got to where I am now, and I'm really excited to begin. It's 6 weeks from now, as of today, that I start my course, and yeah, I can't wait. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope to see you around. Bye bye.